So today we're going to show you how to make a floral arrangement. We're going to talk about different types of floral design, terms, and flowers. I want you to go out and find 4 different types of flowers. You're going to look for a form flower, which is an odd flower. It's going to be something that's not your usual type of flower with your blooms, what you typically think of. So just find an odd flower, something unusual. The next one is your filler flower. That's going to be your flower that just kind of adds to the whole piece all together. It's going to be the little flowers that you put throughout the arrangement. Find a mass flower. That's going to be your big flower, your focal point, what you're really going to look at, what should catch your eye when you look at an arrangement. So find a big flower. Those are commonly known as like roses, big carnations, or big lilies, something like that. And your last one is a line flower. That's something that's long. It doesn't always have to be a flower. It could be a form of leaves or a stick or pine straw, something in that nature. Something that has a line and it'll add lines to your arrangement. That's very important, and I'll tell you why later. So go out and find those. Also, you're going to want some sort of scissors or pruners, something you can cut a lot of those flowers, cut safely, and if you need a parent's help, please ask for one. Rosie came to join me. Okay, and also find some sort of jar, a vase, whatever you would like. But for this kind of arrangement, you're going to want a big open area, not a tiny little vase that you would see like a little bouquet that your mom might get you for your birthday with a balloon with just one flower in it. This is going to have a lot of flowers, a lot of plants, so you're going to want a big open space. So that's why I picked a mason jar. They're very easy to handle, and it's so pretty, and it gives such a rustic and naturally wildflower look to it. Alright, so let's get started. Come back to me when you find all 4 of your flowers. So we're driving here around Camp Cross Point, and right now I'm just going to be looking for some filler flowers. Look what I found! Okay, this flower is actually a wildflower, so I'm just going to pick it up off the ground because we got plenty of it. And it is more like, it looks like more of a wax flower. So it almost looks like tiny little daisies maybe. And in the floral design industry, you actually order it under the name of wax flower. So, perfect filler flower. Let's go. There's not much in this yard. That's okay. I'll go home. Oh my gosh! Look at these flowers. Now this is very different. You don't usually use this plant for floral design, but look at that crepe myrtle. I love it. Let's do it. Yes, so beautiful. Knew we needed to go. Hey guys, so I'm just walking here looking for some cool plants. Right now I'm thinking about maybe like, look at that plant. Okay, look closely. Oh, this is so pretty. You see how it has green and red leaves? Forgot what they were called for a second there. Anyways, this is called a loripellum. It's kind of cool, isn't it? I think this would be a great plant to use as my line flower. Even though it doesn't have flowers, these purple leaves, they're great color, great variation for our arrangement. So I'm going to take my handy dandy scissors and cut. I'm going to cut, let's do 3 just to be safe. Okay, let's move on. Okay guys, so we traveled all the way over to Marsha's house because she said she had daylilies. But the thing about daylilies is they really only last a day. About. So we had to rush. I mean, come on. Look at these beautiful plants. They're gorgeous. So we had to get them before they die. down here in Georgia, we have a lot of pine straw. Sorry for that accent, but I get excited when things are southern. I mean, you don't find this everywhere. Look at these needles. Perfect. Now, if I don't use that other line flower, I will definitely use this. So I'm just going to snap off. Oh, there goes my accent again. Snap off a little piece of that, and let's get going. Okay, so we're back, and I've made my table a little bit bigger because as you can see, you've got to spread out your flowers. But I'm going to go step by step on how to make a beautiful arrangement. Yours isn't going to look just like mine because they all look different and you got to put your own unique touch into it. But as far as the simple techniques and dynamics, you have to go with the same thing. So as far as floral design goes, we like to go in numbers of threes, odd numbers. So 3, 5, 7, 9. Alright, so let's start. We're going to start with our greenery. My greenery is a little droopy because I picked it off of a tree, and right now it's not getting the sunlight that it needs. That's okay because my bouquet and my arrangement, it's only going to last for a day. So I'm going to start. You don't want any leaves in the water. So I'm going to pick off those leaves. If you need scissors, you can use those to pick that off. But I'm going to just stick that in right there, like that. Alright, I'm going to do the same with my other two. Greenery just adds a form of base to your plant. To your arrangement. This isn't a plant. As you can see, this one's drooping, so I'm just going to cut that off. Alright, so I've added my greenery. It's just a base to give my arrangement something to stick. It'll help hold my flowers in place. Alright, so then I'm going to go to my mass flower. This is what I chose for my mass, my daylily. And so I'm going to pick off, like I said, no more greens. The reason the leaves cannot be in the water is because after a little while, it'll actually start a fungus and a disease. So you don't want those leaves sitting in there. As you can see, my daylily is about where I want it on height. So I'm going to cut it at a diagonal cutting. This will allow more area for the stem to receive water. Because the more water it can receive, the more that it'll stay alive, so the longer. But as you know, as I said earlier, it is a daylily, so it's only really going to be alive for a day. Is, as you can see, I did this on different angles, and around this is an asymmetrical design. The opposite of that would be symmetrical. So asymmetrical means that if you split it down the middle, that the angles, that it would be uneven. So if you look at it this way, this kind of looks symmetrical because if you split it down the middle, there's a flower on each side at the same height and the same length and the same width. That's a symmetrical, but I'm going to go for more of an asymmetrical. That way I can put flowers wherever I want. I'm going to move on to my filler. Today I've got my wax flower. Daylily stuck in there. Maybe I'll put that in later. Okay, so I'm going to use some of my wax flower. This is kind of just like a little bit everywhere, every now and then. So really I'm just going to trim it and just basically put it in where I want it to be. There is no right or wrong when you're putting in filler flower. It's really just to close in the gaps. There's a lot of holes in your design, so like as you can see, this is a huge hole. I want to fill that in. Some of the filler in, but I'm going to stop here while I'm ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and put in some of my form flower. I brought my crepe myrtle for my form flower, so again I'm going to take off these leaves so that they do not add to the bacteria at the bottom of my thing, so that my vase and my arrangement will last longer. So I'm only going to use like 3 of these forms. As you can see, they're really big and they're really odd. That's what makes them a beautiful form flower. So I'm just going to put these, I've really gone into 3s in this arrangement, so I'm going to put them in between each of my daylilies, just to make it simple. Added my form to my thing. This one's a little big, so I could shove it down in there more. You definitely want your mass flowers to show more than your form flowers do, so if it overpowers it, you can just, take off a bit. So I'm going to take some off of this one, just to take a less off of it, because you don't want it to overpower it. Take a little bit. It's going to be the easiest thing you've ever done. Just take one thing and just stick it in wherever you want them, wherever there's a hole. So there's a big gap right there in my arrangement, so I'm just going to stick it in right there. It's going to stick out, but that looks so great right there. Again, this is really big, so I'm going to take off some of the ones that stick out a little more, and I think that's pretty good. I'm probably going to take off the ones that add too much, make it too wide. I don't want it to make too wide. This isn't my filler, this isn't my form, so I just want it to be a good line. I'm done. I don't see any holes anywhere. Honestly, I think, what's my best side? Maybe this side? I think that would be my best side. I just love how these flowers go together. It looks so pretty. Like I said, there's no wrong answer to this. It's all what you're feeling, what kind of vibe you want to make into yours. It's really, flowers can really portray your feelings or some sort of party. I love bringing arrangements to parties. It just really adds to the decorations. Easy decorations. You can use anything in your yard. You can even use your grass that you haven't cut in 3 weeks, or anything. So I just love doing this. I love making art out of flowers. It's so much fun. I hope that you did the same, and I hope you made some videos and some pictures. Just send those to us at our email, camp@campcrosspoint.org. And just let us know how much fun you had. I had a lot of fun. So I hope that y'all had a lot of fun. I said fun about 5 times in that last sentence. So as you can tell, I had a blast. Alright, see y'all later. Bye.